The Itel P55 Plus is not worth the money, because all it is just the regular P55 with a 45-watt fast charging feature slapped on it, right? At the end of this video you'll see what makes the Itel P55 Plus worth more than that 45-watt fast charging. Before I move on, I want to express how surprised I am at how Itel improved in just 2023 alone. They brought the Magic Ring Dynamic Bar feature, which is a replica of Apple's Dynamic Island. They brought an in-screen fingerprint scanner, stereo speakers, an AMOLED panel, 5G connectivity and now 45-watt fast charging, whilst still keeping the price as low as possible. Look here. The Itel S23 Plus is probably the cheapest smartphone on the planet to feature an AMOLED panel, retailing at just 160,000 Naira as well as others. Even the Itel P55 5G, costing 140,000 Naira, is the cheapest smartphone ever to feature 5G, which is insane. I have a review of that phone, link in the description. So I'm going to tell you the good things about this phone, the bad things and whether you should even consider buying it, so stick around. We can't start without first appreciating the unboxing experience. Up till today it's amazing that you still get stuff in the box, unlike those planet-saving phonies. Beneath the phone, you get a TPU case, a SIM ejector tool, a USB-C cable, a pair of earphones and a pretty large charging brick. Oh my gosh, I think that's the largest charging brick I've ever seen in a budget smartphone packaging. And the case does fit the phone but subtly hides its beauty, that being the design. And bravo to Itel for finally switching to a design that does feel bold. It's very sickening how almost all budget phones adapt the iPhone's rear design, but this phone chose to move into another direction, which I say is just great. The rear is curved, which aids comfort, and making it less glossy does make it less prone to dropping, which is very nice. Ergonomically it has nothing on top. On the left is a SIM and memory card slot, on the right is a pair of volume rockers and a power button which doubles as a fingerprint scanner, which does scan pretty quickly. And at the bottom is a headphone jack, a microphone, a USB-C port and a speaker grill. Look at this design and comment if you don't prefer it to the wacko iPhone designs we had been getting. Another impressive area of this phone is the performance. Know that you're not getting the performance of the Itel P55 5G, which is powered by a 6nm MediaTek chip, but the Unisoc T606 here is pretty good at what it does, with 128GB of internal storage and 8GB of RAM assisting things. You could run games like PUBG Mobile, Asphalt and Call of Duty Mobile at low-end settings and expect the phone to keep up. Also, multitasking shouldn't be an issue. People have complained about Itel smartphones being scam devices which underperform, but I can say that 2023 is the year which Itel has finally started to put that ugly history behind them. Because this phone comes with a 50MP camera. Sure, it isn't going to be world class, but for the price it's good enough. Both cameras on the rear are capable of shooting in 1440p resolution, as well as the selfie camera, so don't feel embarrassed to use this camera out and about. But actually produce decent results. And so we've arrived at the crown feature of this phone, 45W charging. For you guys who don't know how fast this can get, a standard 45W charger is capable of filling up a 5000 mAh battery in about an hour, which is insane. A 30-minute charge can get as much as 65%, which can already take you through the day. And I think it's a great way for Itel in improving their feature set. But there are problems. With how impressive these cool features have been, it's worth also noting the bad areas of this phone. They don't actually ruin the phone, but it's a way to express that as awesome as this phone is, it's not a budget miracle. For starters, the display is to be put in question. It's a nice 6.6-inch IPS panel with a 90Hz refresh rate and a hole punch cutout, which is premium. But it fails in two areas. One is that it has 720p resolution, which is noticeably less sharper. It is hardly noticeable by an unsuspecting eye, but it is there. 2 is the lackluster brightness level. Nowadays where phones are hitting, no doubt, 3000 nits of brightness, this can only get to about 500 nits, which is not for outdoor use. And the software is quite sketchy. This phone runs on Android 13, but it does lack a lot of Android 13 features like Material You, personalized widgets, etc. Instead you get a couple of bloaty apps and ads, which does hamper the user experience. You can't get any software support on Itel OS 13 on this phone, and it's disappointing how Itel don't open up about the software until it's actually used. But I can say that if you wanted software support, the Samsung Galaxy O5 could achieve that, but the latter's price is slightly higher, so bear that in mind yo. So should you buy the Itel P55 Plus? Leaving aside the fact that you don't have 5G here, I can say this phone actually lives up to its expectations. The build, processor and most especially the charging speed makes this great value on a budget. The 45W charge is featured on Samsung's S23 Ultra, which costs 10 times the price and doesn't bring along the charger, so Itel definitely surprised us here. It seems like Itel had a wonderful 2023, how good will their 2024 be? Thanks so much for watching till this very moment. Like the video and subscribe to not miss my next video. I'm Hillary, this is Harry21, and I'll catch you in the next one.